Hello and welcome to Chapter 7 of Organization and Methods, where we are saying that organization and methods study refers to the study of methods and procedures that are being used in the organization with a view to improving them. So when we undertake organization and methods, sometimes we call it the O and M methods. We are carrying out activities within an organization that aim to improve what we do in the organization. We are going to see some of the areas that we concentrate on, or some of the areas that organization and methods focuses on. We are seeing also that in smaller and middle-sized organizations, the studies will be done by an appointed organization and method team who will study the methods and make recommendations on the way forward. So that's important to be able to note. The O&M team can be made or can be constituted from within the organization. And one of the reasons is that this team, if constituted within an organization, it is the team that understands what is happening within the organization. But also we can also have an external organization and methods team. Now we want to look at the objectives of O&M. Number one is elimination of waste. So maybe we can be able to look at the processes within the organization that are leading to wastage of time and see how we can improve on those processes. A key example is a long time ago in banks, people just used to go into the bank and you queue and wait. But because of O&M activities that have been done, nowadays most of the banks have adopted what we call a ticketing system, that if you come the first, you pick a ticket. And they have also provided sitting areas where you just sit and wait for your ticket to be called. So previously we would waste a lot of time because people who maybe felt entitled would come and even bypass those that are in the line. And if we see such kind of activities in organizations, then we have to look for solutions. Wastage of the human energy, space. Remember we talked about office layout. So we can do O&M and find that the arrangement of our office is not correct. So we are wasting a lot of space. Waste of equipment, stores and stationery. So there is a lot of wastages that we need to look at and correct and improve. So O&M is simply looking at the shortcomings and improving those shortcomings. Then we have improvements in output. This includes improvements in output and quality of work, that is efficiency. Increase in output should not be a cost of accuracy. So we just need to improve on what we are churning out and make it better. The other one is improvement in office service, along with improvement of output and quality of work. O&M, we are saying it aims at improving the service given by the office staff. And another objective is making staff conscious of the efficiency. So we want every staff to be able to push themselves and they become conscious that every minute is important for the organization to be able to serve its clients. And the other one is increase in productivity. So increase in productivity of employees output. This can be due to methods, better methods of work. So we can look at how we improve the methods of work to make them better. Then reduction in fraud. Maybe we have cases of fraud within organizations. We can have money getting lost. So we need to find out what really is the cause of us losing money, and we provide those solutions by carrying out a study and also providing solutions. Then reducing unnecessary movement within the organization also. And of course, we have said the reduction of movement can also contribute to waste of time. Then number H is O&M as an objective to ensure easier coordination. The other one is it helps in minimization of loss, and theft of organizational information by having methods that will safeguard both manual and electronic documents of the organization. The other one is reduction of unnecessary paperwork, and workload by introducing computer-based systems that will reduce the need for manual documentation. So of course, organizations now have moved to technology. They have moved to less paper being used within the organization. All those are solutions that are provided by organization and method activities. Then we have reduction of duplication. We can have activities within the organization that are being done by more than one person, or similar activities that are being done by more than one person. So what we need to do, we need to carry out an O&M exercise and see how we can reduce that double doing of activities by more than one person. And then of course, another objective of O&M is the introduction of modern techniques, like I have explained about the case in banks, which has been able to work efficiently. Now, common areas of O&M study. The first one is communication network. So we can be able to assess our communication as an organization. Is it that kind of communication that is leading to distortion of information? We need to know that and answer that effectively. Then we also look at the organizational layout. Remember, we talked about office layout. So how is our arrangement of office like? Is it contributing to waste of time? For example, in closed offices, the ones that we call private, so if I would like to go and see person X, I have to move out of my chair and walk literally to their office. So O&M would suggest what we call intercom form of communication, that communication that can be used within the organization. So if I want to see person X, I just lift a mobile handset within my office and call them. That kind of communication is called intercom. Then we have the store system. The team may study the methods used at the store to minimize wastage. That is the word store of items, theft, and the improvement of issuing items from the store. The other one is forms control. The team may be called upon to study the existing forms and make recommendations on how they can be improved to save on printing costs, wastage, and the forms, and ensure that the right information is collected using the forms. So, and finally, we can also look at the management of wages. The team may study wages is all about payment. So they can provide areas of improvement in salary administration to make that every individual enjoys, or they get a better pay. We have a number of steps that are going to assist us in conducting organization and methods. Number one is determining the purpose of the assignment. So if we want to do some improvements, we have, because an organization, some are large organizations, we need to know exactly what area we focus on. So those are our objectives. Then number two, we plan for the assignment. And we are saying, like any other work, planning is necessary for O&M study. Before planning the work, a preliminary survey should be made to get better understanding of the problem involved. So the team will sit down and plan. Yes, we have the objectives, but what areas are we also going to focus on? Then examining of how the work is organized. In this method, the following factors play an important role. So the structure of the organization, planning and control of the organization, staffing and job analysis of the organization, grading of employees, that is promotions, transfers. Number 4 is the collection of facts. It is the most crucial and essential stage of the assignment. This work must be done carefully and meticulously. So the team now will gather facts within the organization. If we want to change our way of communication within the organization, first we have to find out what communication methods are we using, and we ask ourselves questions whether are they efficient or there are areas that we can be able to improve. Then we have the formulating, proposal and seeking arrangements, and we are saying this particular proposal should be practical. Let us not just make recommendations just for the sake of it, or just to be paid allowances if there are any. So the proposal must be well tested. If it is not so, the department supposed to implement the proposal must do so willingly and without any difficulty. And finally, or last but not least, we have writing of the organization and methods report. We have said it is also called O&M. So the team will make a report, and then they submit the formal report, and then we can look at the avenues of implementation. We can look for avenues of implementing the report. As we gather the facts that we have talked about in point number 4, or in step number 4, we use a number of methods. We can use observation method, we can use questionnaire method, we can use interviews, we can use focus group discussions. Focus group discussions will involve a group of individuals who give their opinions and suggestions based on what they think is an area that requires improvement. Of course, also being guided by the objectives that you have set. So that will bring us to the end of our chapter on organization and methods. We are going to be combining this particular chapter with the last one, which is emerging issues and trends in office administration and management. When we talk about emerging issues, they are the new things that are occurring among offices and around management. And number 1 is the cloud. And we are saying is a practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data rather than a local server or a personal computer. Yeah, so nowadays we have taken the issue of saving information to what we call the cloud. So we use what we call remote servers. And of course, I would like you, as you do your revision, to find out how has organizations benefited from the use of cloud computing or the use of using these remote servers. So think about that and make some statements as part of the revision. And we are saying more and more businesses are adopting cloud computing. This is a trend expected to keep growing. And number 2, another emerging issue or another thing that businesses have adopted currently is automating office tasks or technology. So this enables offices to automate like never before. Yeah, so automating, we mean that offices have now adopted technology. Like we have said in one of our previous slides, that includes technology that reduces paperwork. And then we have number 3, accommodating a mobile workforce or mobility. So organizations currently have adopted what we call remote working, that you can work far away from your office and still be able to deliver results. I think that is a major emerging issue. Then we have office management software. Office management software allows you to customize and manage front office and back office tasks. Whether you are looking for a support customer relations management, that is the meaning of CRM, social media, human resource, or accounting office management software can be able to help. So organizations can adopt softwares that can keep records of customers, how many customers called in a day, what information are they looking for. And that's why, for example, when you call our mobile telecommunication systems, especially in Kenya, the first thing they tell you is that the communication is going to be recorded. And that is important because that recording can provide an avenue for making corrections or finding out how many customers called and what did they call for. Then we have computer aided facility management software. This is a software that enables facility managers to plan, execute, and monitor all activities in reactive and planned preventive maintenance. Yeah, so we can adopt also softwares for planning, softwares for better customer service, and that of course will push the office or the organization into high levels of success. Then we have activity-based working. So in traditional office setups, workers are assigned specific desks or workspaces. But in an activity-based office, employees choose from a variety of workspaces that are tailored for specific tasks, like collaboration, research, or socialization. Yeah, so this has also been adopted. You see organizations, they have created maybe a common area where they can be able to do meetings. So if it is time for meeting, then the activity-based working trend comes in place because everybody will converge at one specific point. Then the other one is navigation and wayfinding. New systems can provide navigation based on Google Maps and give both indoor and outdoor direction. So Google Map has become a crucial trend that if I want to get to Mask College of Business and Technology offices, I just check on the Google Map if it's my first time. All that is emerging trends within offices. And then finally is shared workspaces. The companies are setting up their office space in rapidly changing environments. Single offices are disappearing and multi-room offices are rapidly growing. So because of what we said for closed offices, that we said number 1, it is costly, number 2, it will force the office that everyone now will have their own printer and will have their own space and items, workplace items. We are as an emerging trend within offices, bringing up what we call shared workspaces. So this is our assessment point 2. I invite you to also do it. Each of these questions is 10 marks. Once you look in the notes, I will be able to correct that. So thank you so much for your time. I believe this has been an enlightening module, and I also invite you to register for other upcoming modules that you may enhance your knowledge and understanding of different aspects. Thank you so much.